Well, and the ones that didn't vote for your bills but run on them.
That's right.
Mr. President, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
I
much. It's great to have you. It's great to have you. Thank you. Don't go anywhere. It's a very exciting day around here. We'll have reaction and analysis to everything we just heard.
So I start off with this story? Hey, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm getting older. Yes. And I'm even starting to lose my hair, which you probably can't tell because I'm wearing pants. But the point is, we have a new thing to help you aging. It's introducing Qualia Senolytic, the first of its kind formula designed to help your body naturally eliminate senescent cells. This is a big deal. They've been working on this forever. Senolytics are a science field revolutionizing human aging. A big culprit behind that middle-aged feeling can be senescent cells, also known as zombie cells that linger in your body after their useful function, wasting your energy and resources. The accumulation of zombie cells can lead to less energy, slower workout recovery, joint discomfort, and basically just feeling old. Well, here's how it works. You take it just 2 days a month, helping your body naturally eliminate zombie cells to age better at the cellular level. You experience the science of feeling younger. So if you want to experience the science of feeling younger, go to quallife.com/Dore for up to 50% off your purchase and use code Dore for an additional 15% up. That's QUALIFE.com/Dore for an extra 15% off your purchase. Your older self will thank you. And thanks to Qualia for sponsoring this episode. By the way, I'm going to do that. Remember we got that stuff, right? Didn't you want to do it, even though you're not middle-aged?
Oh, you're talking to me, Sean. I'm looking at the camera and think you're talking to me. I'm like, I'm well.
I'm young.
Jimmy, I'm old enough to fight in Ukraine.
Here it is. So, yeah, I'm going to do this. I saw Glenn Greenwald talking about it. Yeah. He was even more enthusiastic than I was. No kidding. So that's what... You know, that is how that works. Like, oh, I trust Glenn Greenwald. That is how it works. So I was like, oh, no, I'll try this. I'm going to try this thing because of Glenn Greenwald. All right, be honest. Have you noticed yourself moving slower, avoiding stairs, feeling stiff in the morning? Not that kind of stiff. If so, pay attention. The truth is mobility doesn't just vanish overnight. It's a slow decline. And before you know it, you're the guy making weird noises every time you get off the couch. But by the time you pay those grunts enough attention, it can feel too late, but it doesn't have to be. That's where Juvent comes in. This isn't some gimmick or magic pill. It's a clinically proven device that uses safe, low-impact micro vibrations to strengthen your bones, improve your circulation, and keep your joints working the way they're supposed to. Notice I said micro vibrations. This is nothing like those other shake plates on the market, which, by the way, can be extremely dangerous. I stand by my Juvent for just 20... I stand on my Juvent for just 20 minutes a day, and it's made a noticeable difference in how I feel. It's like giving your body a tune-up before it completely breaks down. Athletes, doctors, even NASA is using this thing, and if it's good enough for astronauts, it's good enough for a comedian. With a 10-year limited warranty, financing options, and the ability to use FSA funds, it's never been easier. So don't wait until your knees sound like a bowl of Rice Krispies. Get a Juvent today. Go to juvent.com/Dore and start moving like you're supposed to. That's JUVENT.com/Dore. Code DORE for $300 off at checkout. Your joints will thank you. Trust me. Well, let's do it. Let's get them going.
And you have a couple more stories to do?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I have at least, yeah.
I just want to let the audience know.
Okay, the audience knows now.
That's right. Misha says stick around.
Hey, what if your coffee didn't just wake you up but actually made you feel sharp, focused, and ready for the day? That's the difference with 1775's pea berry coffee. These beans are rare, less than 5% of all coffee grown. They're denser, naturally higher in caffeine, and packed with antioxidants. That means more mental clarity, better energy, and zero crash. Each bean grows so low, high in the Bolivian mountains, and it's hand-picked at peak ripeness. The result? A smoother, more concentrated flavor that kickstarts your metabolism without the acidity or jitters. How can they pull that off? You're still getting 1775's organic, small batch, small farm, single origin quality, just with the bean that goes above and beyond. So go to 1775coffee.com/door to save 15% off your order of 1775 coffee. It's coffee that actually earns its place in your morning. I got to start I haven't drinking.
Drinking. Whoa.
Drinking.
Whoa, boy. Yeah. Okay.
Drinking. Okay. Come see us on tour. We'll be in Toronto, Red Bank, New Jersey, Northampton, Massachusetts, Concord, New Hampshire, Rutherford, New Jersey, Edmonton, Alberta, Calgary, New Westminster, that's Vancouver, and Appleton, Wisconsin. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.
Boom.
New Westminster. Look, can we just switch that to Vancouver? Because that's what it is. New Westminster? What the fuck? I mean, that's what that is.
Come on over here. Come on.
We're playing the Comedy House, or House of Comedy, right? There's one in Edmonton, eh? And I think there's one in Vancouver now, eh? Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's go to jimmydore.com and click on the. It's weird. I'm to that age and my friends are retiring, and it makes you because I feel still like I'm 40 years old in my head. Concord, Rutherford, Edmonton, Calgary. Yeah, it's the House of Comedy. That's Vancouver. Yeah. House of Comedy, Vancouver. Let's see what comes up. Oh, it's not? You're shitting. What?
You want to do it again, doing Vancouver, Jim?
What the fuck? The ticket link is broken. You gotta be shitting me.
All right, come back to Steph.
Okay.
That is not over for Iran. It's just another ruse by Trump.
Yeah.
It's only the end of the beginning, as they say. And Kurt did respond to Blanco about Gary Wayne. Love the show. Kurt, I would love to see you at comedy at the Carlson in Rochester, New York. Thank you for that.
Sure. Tell them to book me.
Turkey is occupying from Aleppo to their borders and stole Syrian-owned industries because they said Aleppo belongs to the Ottoman Empire and are allowing Syrians to being massacred by his Al-Qaeda boy, Gu-81. I read that one. Kerp is a national treasure, my real name. Ever since the inauguration, if I had $1 for every time I said, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I've had enough for one of Elon's shitty Teslas, spray painted swastika free of charge. My_war. The good thing about the Americans is that our government had to lie to us to keep us in war. The bad thing is it's easy to do. Daniel Ellsberg, rest in peace. If I ever go to the British Isles, my highest priority will be to shake hands with Claire Daly and Mick Wallace. Fred Pound. Turkey. Oh, I read that one. Just now, from the cradle, senior Iranian official has told CNN that Iran has not received any ceasefire proposal. I've read right now that Iranian official has said that they've received the ceasefire information. It's me. Hear me out. A live show where you talk about stuff from last year. Okay, Posmo, gotcha. You didn't watch the whole podcast, the whole show.
Okay, come to me.
Back to Jim.
So it turns out oh yeah, let's do this. Ready? Come see us on tour in Toronto, Red Bank, New Jersey, Northampton, Massachusetts, Concord, New Hampshire, Rutherford, New Jersey, Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver, Appleton, Wisconsin, and more. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.
Yeah, that had power.
So I don't know if you know. So now that we've attacked Iran and Iran has attacked us back and Trump is they're begging. So Iran's they have voted to close the Strait of Hormuz in response to U.S. attacking. So they just need the Ayatollah to sign off on it. And then something like 20% of the world's oil is going to get choked off. And so now the United States is begging China to get Iran not to do this. They're going to close the so Esmail Kawasi, a senior Iranian lawmaker, said it is now up to Iran's Supreme National Security Council whether to go through with closing the waterway. The parliament has come to the conclusion that it should close the Hormuz Strait. Hang on.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask you.
By the way, typical bully behavior by Iran, closing the Strait of Hormuz. Did you know Israel wanted to call it the Gay of Hormuz, but it couldn't because Iran is dangerously homophobic?
Oh my God, those bullies!
The Strait of roughly 18 million barrels of crude oil, or about 20% of the world's consumption, move through the Strait of Hormuz each day, making it a vital choke point for global energy trade. According to Newsweek, some experts suggest that closing the strait could raise oil prices almost up to 50%, 30 to 50%, potentially leading to a $5 increase in gas prices per gallon. So that would be bad for Trump's presidency.
Yeah.
That would be real bad. So really, he comes in within 6 months. He's good because that'll kill the economy. When energy prices go up, that kills your economy.
Oh, maybe he'll have to break out the real energy.
Yeah. Ha! That sounds like a reason to go to war, though, huh?
Yeah.
If they close off the Strait of Hormuz, it's like how we did that to Japan, and they got mad at Pearl Harbor and Pearl Harbored us. Remember that?
Yeah, sons of bitches.
But it wasn't a good Pearl Harbor like Ukraine and Israel do.
Yeah,
it was a dirty backstabbing Pearl Harbor. Yeah,
war. I say to war.
Iran has made clear that closing the Strait of Hormuz, which connects the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman, was an option if the U.S. launched a direct. Now, I just want to show you where it is. So let me just show you. So here, there's the Persian Gulf. Here's Iran. Here's Iraq. Here's Saudi Arabia. It's where all the oil goes, right? And this is the Strait of Hormuz. So that's the part. And here's Pakistan. There's Afghanistan. Here's Oman.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Afghanistan, Pakistan. Oh, man.
Oh, man. So I just wanted to show you that. Iranian officials have also warned that the Iranian military could hit U.S. bases in the region. Well, they did that, which could lead to massive U.S. casualties. No casualties because they gave them the heads up. President Trump and his top officials have threatened more attacks on Iran if there is retaliation. So they had to pretend, that they had to pretend play. We're going to play attack you, but we're going to let you know we're attacking you. Secretary of State Marco Rubio declined to say on Sunday if the U.S. would bomb Iran again if the Strait of Hormuz were closed. Yeah, I'm not going to take any options off the table. Rubio acknowledged that closing the strait would have an impact on the U.S., but suggested it would be suicidal for Iran to shut down the waterway. Yeah, it would also be deadly for the Trump second presidency. You want to increase gas prices by $5 a gallon? Yeah, that would be deadly for Trump's presidency. So it might be suicidal for Iran. It would be deadly. That would be suicidal move on Iran's part because you have to say that.
Would they? Would they?
I think the whole world would come against them if they did that. What if they slaughtered 50,000 children, though? Would the whole world come against them?
Would Turkey make a statement?
Yeah. President Trump bombed Iran without approval from Congress, making it an illegal war under the U.S. Constitution. He is now, he is now claiming that he wants to pursue diplomacy with Iran, but Tehran has little reason to trust the U.S. since the Trump administration backed Israel's assault right in the middle of a previous negotiation. So here is Rubio asked China to stop Iran from closing the Strait of Hormuz.
Whoa.
Yeah. His comments came after Iran's state-run Press TV reported that Parliament had approved a plan to close the strait, but added that the final decision lies with the Supreme National Security Council. Any disruption to the supply of oil would have profound consequences for the economy. China is particular in the world's largest buyer of Iranian oil and has a close relationship with Tehran. Oil prices rose following the U.S. attack on Iran. Who would have thought? With the price of the benchmark crude reaching its highest level in 5 months, I encourage the Chinese government in Beijing to call Iran about that because they heavily depend on the Straits of Hormuz for their oil. Oh, yeah, so he's trying to do a solid for China. That's what Rubio's trying to say.
Jimmy, who was the guy that had to go blow Venezuela to get us oil when we had the embargo?
Oh, you remember
Russian
that?
Oil?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Rubio's probably the right man for this.
Yeah, boo. If they close the straits, it will be economic suicide for them, and we retain options to deal with that. But other countries should be looking at that as well. It would hurt other countries' economies a lot worse than ours. Yeah, okay. Around 20% of the world's oil passes through the Strait of Hormuz, with major oil and gas producers in the Middle East using the waterway to transport energy from the region. Any attempt to disrupt operations in the strait could send global oil prices skyrocketing. Here's what Trump said. Everyone, keep oil prices down. I'm watching. You're playing right into their hands.
The enemy?
He said, I'm watching. You're playing right into the hands of the enemy. Don't do it. The enemy would be Benjamin Netanyahu.
Let's be charitable and just limit it to his fault.
Yeah.
I bet if we don't have a war, that's what they're going to do. I knew it. They're going to pin it on him and go, oh, thank God the bad man's gone.
Yeah, now we got rid of the bad guy. We can go back
Best case.
Yeah, we can go back to the regular psychopaths inside. Yeah.
Bring on the casino.
He's just kidding. Maybe we can go to war with anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
How do we get to war with China? That's my question.
It's just Trump says he doesn't like war, but he's part of that. What is his age called? The kaboomers? Come on.
Yeah, the kaboomers.
Come on. Right. It's the kaboomers.
Okay, kaboomer.
They never met a war they didn't like.
Boy, the hippies really turned into kaboomers in the end.
Kaboomers. All right.
Trump. I mean, he wasn't.
Over to Steph.
Oh, okay, Jimmy. Thank you. Let me get this one. I know people keep saying that Trump announces Israel-Iran ceasefire agreement, war's over, Jimmy, and it's old news. I don't think you can say that until it actually happens.
How do you know Benjamin Netanyahu is not going to bomb Iran again?
Come on, Jimmy, it's over. The ceasefire, it's all over.
It's funny these people watch my show, but it's nice. It's nice that they disagree with me. That's nice. That means we're not in a cult. That's what that means. Oh. That means they appreciate my matching shirts and T-shirts, and my presentation style.
Plus.
And my presentation style. Yeah.
It's a great style.
Over.
I'm worried the ceasefire is a ruse to set up the pretext of false flag that would allow the United States to make Iran look like the aggressor, shifting realities.
Okay, come here.
Back to Jimmy.
So a mayor inside Israel, the mayor of Haifa, he's already regretting Israel bombing Iran because Iran's bombing Israel. So it didn't take long. They regret attacking Iran already. That's from Monitor. So want to hear him? Here's what he had to say.
There's diplomacy going on in Geneva right now with the Iranian foreign minister, some European foreign ministers. President Trump right now has said he's going to wait 2 weeks before he makes a decision what to happen.
So this is right before Trump bombed Iran.
Next, what are you hoping for from these different diplomatic pieces?
peace.
Peace. Stop it.
Will come out of it.
And President Trump.
Please stop with the bombing of my goddamn city. This is not what we wanted.
Waiting 2 weeks to make a decision. What do you think about that?
It's too much.
Why?
Because we have no time. You see what's going in the middle time.
There's more destruction.
They have to sit now and negotiate and design a treaty. It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
In your understanding, President Trump's analysis of what's going on is giving time for diplomacy, it appears. Are you happy with what you hear from him? Because one day it seems to be he's leaning towards the military action, another day seems to be leaning towards diplomacy. What's your sense?
A fixed answer I can't get from Trump. And this bothers me.
Why?
Because I like stability.
So there's a mayor inside Israel, Haifa, saying, cut it out already with the war shit. Stop it. So I bet there's a lot of people inside Israel that feel that way. What is your gut, Kurt?
I know they do, because they've been saying it for a long time. Remember, they were about to overthrow Bibi just before the unfortunate events of October 7th perpetrated by Hamas.
Right.
Bibi was on his way out because they're sick of him. He's in bed with two terrorists that Israel and America call their groups terrorists, as you know. The ones that killed that prime minister, Yitzhak Rabin, Ben Gvir. Isn't it weird, by the way, how we extrajudicially kill terrorists, but not them two? So they hate Bibi, but guess what? They're that racist. That's a fact. I didn't really understand that until you had what's his name on saying it, and Blumenthal says it. They all know. And I dated a girl, and I remember how her mom was. They're that racist. They're that racist, and they go, "Oh, that's a button. That's a control button. Oh, Israel's under threat." The guy from Barstool Sports can forget about free speech. That's how effective a button that is. And American Jews, who Israelis despise and look at as kind of gay, by the way, any Jew that knows will tell you, they don't. That's why we don't get real news here. We get AIPAC news. Israel gets better news than us, so they're more informed on Netanyahu than the people here.
That's true. In fact, a lot of the sourcing we use when we cover Israel comes from Israel news outlets.
The most moral news outlet.
What's that?
Most moral news outlet.
The most moral news outlet.
I'm not being ironic about that.
Yeah, I mean, 20 years ago, yeah, anyway, it's the same story 20 years later. Anyway, all right. So.
Oh, I got a spot. I got to go.
Okay.
I didn't realize it was 8. All right. Thanks, guys. I'll
Bye,
talk to you
buddy.
later.
Bye.
That was our good friend, Kurt Mexican.
Okay, so are we going to do something? What are we going to do? We're going to finish. We're going to finish reading the super chats.
I have about 70 to read.
No kidding?
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay.
That's going to take me about 15, 20 minutes.
No shit?
No shit.
All right, so
Sherlock.
we have to put off the locals then. Right?
Yeah, you're beat.
Yeah.
We can do locals on Wednesday. We'll have Mike McCrae. And
Yeah,
then
we'll
have
do.
locals.
Okay.
And then we can do premium streaming on Friday.
Okay.
Everything will be easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Okay. All right. Over to Steph.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for Mr. Jim today. Remember, resist much, obey little. All right.
Jimmy Dore.
He's Jimmy.
That's me.
Hey, will you put on camera 4 for me, pretty please? All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy and Misha will be leaving the studio, leaving me alone just to talk to you. I remember, gosh, I can't remember your name. You were so sweet. We met you, wasn't London. What was the night before London? We were at Glee in Birmingham, and there was a young man there that said, yes, I listen to you when I fall asleep. You'll be listening to the lulling words of Steph Zamorano tonight, reading you the super chats as you lay in your bed going to sleep. All right, camera 4 beside me. Big screen it. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, July 17th will be in Toronto. July 18th, Red Bank. July 19th, Northampton. July 20th, Concord. New Hampshire, Rutherford will be going August 23rd. Edmonton, wow, back in Canada, Calgary, New Westminster, and then Appleton. What was that? Is that Appleton? Yeah, Appleton, Wisconsin. And we'll be also seeing you in Chicago. Jimmy, take a break. Get on the Juvent. I'll be out in a minute. Maybe more like 20. Okay. Let's do this one. Okay. Almost ready, ladies and gentlemen. Just had to get a couple things in order.
Jimmy Dore.
Hey, it's Jimmy. All right. You're going to make your way out?
That's me.
It's me, Jimmy. Okay, I'm going to read some stuff as he makes his way out. Kirpus numero uno, spot ton every time, conspiracy, because it's Rabbi Portnoy. And that was D. Trucks. MEK stooge Rudy Giuliani lied at Madison Square Garden about Ronald Reagan always supporting Israel. Reagan told Israel to go F itself at least twice in his presidency. MEK is a terror group. All right, come back to Steph. 75 years of violence and oppression didn't justify 10-7, but 10-7 justifies a genocide. What? Come on. You're kidding, right? It's a joke, right? All right, let me give you that. Anytime someone says Israel is our only friend in the Middle East, I can't help but think before Israel, we had no enemies in the Middle East. U.S. missionary John Sheehan. Sparky. Jimmy Dore. Thank you. Analyst, what are you doing trolling the show? The BRICS needs to wake up and understand that they are dealing with an enemy that has ruled the world for 5.5 centuries. If they're foolish enough to think they can negotiate, they are mistaken. Nambian. Even if Israel was justified in retaliating against Hamas, the response was not proportionate, bombing Syria, Gaza, and Lebanon. Tim T. Diddy. Has Rogan heard about corn pop? Corn pop. Jimmy, love the show and the shirt combos. Kirk, let's get Dr. Stephen Greer in on this show. I'd love to hear it. Chrome, Sparky. MEK is a terrorist group inside Iran who's opposed to Iranian government. They're U.S. supported by Rudy Giuliani is their U.S. liaison. Dullahan. Thank you, Dullahan. Woo, woo, woo. Goo81, thank you so much, Goo. New leaked Epstein video shows Trump engaged in a sex act known as a twin tower. Netanyahu and Smotrich can see naked with equal-sized erections. Trump then blows the shit out of both of them. Joey but a fuckface. Malin, thank you. Savage, thank you. Steven Spates, grazie. All right, let's make that bigger. How can I read that one? Okay. Possible ceasefire. Pray that it's true. Wave Runner. Sparky. I remember Sacha Baron Cohen playing a joke on Rudy Giuliani in a hotel room. Giuliani was on an MEK mission at the time, but MEK wasn't connected with the joke, but came up in the conversation. Building 7. Trump made 6 holes in a mountain somewhere in Iran, and he accomplished what exactly? Duly noted. Why doesn't CIA do a coup on Israel and stop the killing of innocent people and take a lesson from China, creating strength through peace instead of ass backwards idea of peace through strength? Obviously, they're infiltrated. What do you think? Thank you, Willem. Ken Keith, congratulations on Trump on negotiating the end of a 12-day war between Israel and Iran. Stand by. Sparky, thank you so much. MEK stands for Moshadin E. Kalk. Moshadin E. Kalk. I read that one. Thank you so much, Julius Patty. Trump carried out an old plan rehearsed a year ago. Was that actually a Biden plan, or was it part of the men in blue suits plan? Trump, like Obama and Biden, are just puppets of the system. People don't want to hear that. Benjamin Franklin famously say, they who can give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. Bilal. Is this a remake or more like a soft reboot? LOL. Also, thanks for recommending the terrifying theory of stupidity. It makes it clear why people forget the lies of surrender, independent thinking. Isn't that I gotta watch it again. Terrifying theory of stupidity. You can find that on YouTube, and it talks about How we forget on purpose to stay stupid. Thank you so much, a kid at heart. Lurka Perka, Trump had a very successful trip to the Middle East when Saudis were giving him anywhere from 1.4 to 4 trillion to rebuild U.S. economy. Now with U.S. fighting Bibi's war, the offer is off the table. Dumb. Corn Pop, and that was from Lurka Perka. Corn Pop, remember kids, the goal is not to win wars. The goal is to have forever wars. Yay, we're winning on that one for sure. Kuzetsky Basin, thank you. Marlon Creo, thank you. Kuzensky Basin, grazie. Willem, thank you so much. Willem Elk. Winona Riders, thank you. Jennifer Jin, thank you. Roger Meadows, thank you. CB Citizen Ballot Initiatives or Measures. Citizen Ballot Initiatives or Measures. I thought so, Roger. Sparky, Lindsey Graham introduced Pete Hegseth to the media around 2010. Prior to that, Pete was Lindsey's joy boy. What? Sparky, what do you know? Thank you. Iranians also say death to traffic when it's bad. What are they supposed to call us? Great. Nice guys after we train Savak Nazi torture techniques. Hemkar. Iranians, oh, I read that one. Hemkar. What is the real regime that will be overthrown in Netanyahu's? Look at how people are turning. It's a way to get rid of America's biggest PITA. Andrea. Before the attack, we knew where Iran was keeping the uranium. Now they moved it to a secret location. Iran is officially a nuclear state, Building 7. Marjorie Taylor Greene voted against the Anti-Semitism Awareness Act, opposes all censorship. She was free Assange, and she successfully utilized force the vote. Jive Talker. I'm not sure what you mean by that one, Jive, but there you go. There's been an explosion supposedly at an American military base in Iraq. This is the false flag, I believe, as it happened at the same Israel was hitting Tehran just now. Bibi not reacted to ceasefire, Goo 81. 10 million CUFI Americans in a religious cult, Jimmy. Thank you so much. FOH. I don't know what FOH is. Tell me. As well as Fed bill forcing AI in U.S., there are bills in the most state legislatures legalizing all forms of energy and all devices. Active Guardian. Has MTG signed onto Massey's war powers bill yet? Talk a good game, but oh, look at you, Louise, with some facts. Good, nice work, bitch. Come on. Let's see what we have here. Hold on. Gotta go make sure. All right. Things are working. Hold on. What was that one? Gonna make sure. North Star. This is different than anything you've seen. This is Trump bombing the bases that Obama and Deep State funded. The North Star. Let's see. I think I saw another one. Kaboomers never met a war they didn't like except for the one that they were supposed to fight in Vietnam. Gordon Lizzie. All right, are you still going to sleep with my voice lulling in your ears? Have a nice night. I don't know, like, what do I have, 20 more? Let's see what I got. Oh, I guess about that much. Carla Marlowe, with the ceasefire that Trump just announced, I am really worried about a false flag attack on our soil. Then Israel and the U.S. can really blame Iran for breaking it and go to all-out war. Active Guarding, as well as advice energy source bill throughout the nation and state legislatures, bills being pushed to have states subsidize custom nukes for AI. Okay. Jimmy Dore, we all are Americans and we all need the same things. Good schools, good jobs, healthcare, legal pot. 3 out of 4 ain't bad. Thank you for the reminder, John. Prince Rainier III of Monaco was 31 when he married Grace Kelly, who was 26. She never did a cooking podcast, though. G. Fontes. Jimmy, you picked a terrible time of year to visit Northampton. It's the hottest, most humid time of year. Only come here around Memorial Day in October. We're in a humid heat wave now. I'm staying inside. Sandra. Sparky, seems like long as Iran is pummeling Israel. Iran might as well at least make Israel make peace with Palestinians as part of any peace agreement. Indeed. This lady deserves reparations and love. Also, Raymond Burr rocked as the bad guy in Rear Window. Oh, my God. He was so dangerous looking. And that was from our good friend, Just Want World Peace. I'm with you on that one. Corn Pop, in my personal opinion, all the UFO abductions that you heard were about actually intelligent abductions for MK Ultra programs. Margaret Trudeau was sent to MK Ultra Hospital and was treated by the First Lady's father. It's a small world, Jimmy, and I loved your Toronto show, Canadian Refugee. It was fun, right? Saw this lady somewhere, Sparky, and I understand your observations, Sparky, much appreciated. And the team talks about who we interview. And Jimmy makes the final call. I did the show with an MK Ultra survivor from McGill University in Montreal. You can find it here on Rumble, RB Ham. Our society has themselves too fucking blame for everything we endure because it always boils down to every one flagrant refusal to get up over their spineless worthlessness asses to enact their second and tack action. Gin tonic. Interesting how search for Eli Lilly and Monarch turns up breast cancer trials. So often they use the word in different way to tamper search results. See that all the time. Whoa, the nebulism. Okay, I read that. We're sneaking up on me. Getting lots of notices of ICE raids in Altadena on Facebook. Owners sharing legal advice on how to protect their workers. How about we hire actual citizens to do these jobs, or we provide the right paperwork, green cards, or the labor certificate that should be provided instead of undermining actual wages that American citizens should be earning. That's terrible. I feel sorry for these ICE raids. And that was from Hamhawk. That's why the ICC put a warrant on Putin for kidnapping Ukrainian children. BlackRock and Mossad and CIA and Hollywood had their own evil plans for those Ukrainian children, and Putin saved them. Wow. Didn't Maria Farma talk about her father selling her to the CIA because he was caught being a pervert? Corn Pop. And despite no legal resident of our nation having ever been one in a single day in their fucking lives for past 150 years plus, these moronic ignorant addicts still believe they're free, sovereign American citizens. Gin tonic. Jimmy, thank you for including Kurt in this interview. Steve. I'm pretty sure Kurt just found his soulmate. Anarchist prison memoirs. Supposedly, MK Ultra torture rituals actually stretch back to ancient Egypt. The Inquisition discovered them and used them in their persecutions, and notice some people have a special ability. I didn't know that. It's called reprogramming through trauma. True seer. Mel Gibson, Julia Roberts' conspiracy theory movie is a good example. Did not know that. I will be checking that out. Okay. Coincidentally, yesterday's episode of Grand Theft World Podcast played a collection of interviews, documentaries, investigative pieces on child abuse. Highly recommended. It is a pretty powerful show. I've been rumbled like 18 times through this segment, and Steph, don't talk about the browser because most of us watch through our app on our phone. Oh, Rick Lasers. Not sure what to do about that, but of course, we will talk to Rumble and share your concerns about watching it on your phone. Was the Magic Castle in Hollywood a place magician Doug Henning studied magic? Another CIA operation? My underscore war. Thank you for that. This happened to me. It's pretty deep and dark. Kelly. Sorry to hear that, Kelly. She's right about Prozac as well as world leaders. Sparky. Thank you. Just want world peace. Oh boy. I'm going to wield this new info like a nuclear-armed Orzhnik missile against my Fox News watching family. Chilly up. Can we give Kurt a round of applause for restraint he had during the MK Ultra segment? What a show. Corn Pop. Kurt is right. This is what bad cops do. They hit you with the ridiculous object. So when you retell the story, focus is on the absurdity, not the violence. You got hit with a bunch of bananas. Just want world peace. Oh, boy. I'm going to wield this new info like a nuclear-armed Orzhnik missile against my Fox News watching family. Chilly up. Thank you again. I stand on myjuvent.com. Not sure what that means, but I'm stick to just actually walking. Love yas. Shoes Magoo. Watch Sinners if you haven't yet. It is a brilliant movie. Also tried the enhanced NAC that Dr. Campbell talked about. Breaks down 90% of the spike protein I've been taking for a month. All good. NAC. 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 Dr. Campbell talked about it. Check it out. Louise, thank you for that recommendation, Louise. The North Star, Trump bombed the nuke facilities that CIA and Obama funded. Bought my ticket for Kerp in Cleveland. Saw Jimmy there in November. Great time. Look forward to it. They call me B.
Wait, what was that? Was that a funny bone or an improv?
I'm thinking funny bone. Fitzy and Mephisant, I hope we can avoid World War III because Skankfest is going to be amazing this year.
I'm going to Skankfest.
Rogan so needs to have Dr. Engel on the show. Magic. Marquardt. Jimmy, the North Star. Trump announces Israel-Iran ceasefire agreement. War's over. You think it's old news? Okay, we'll find out. North Star. Hopefully it is old news. Hopefully it's good news. Just Brew. Iran has not reached a ceasefire. People have been questioning that. Trump and Iran worked together like they did last time Trump was president. They have back channels, the North Star. All Trump did was bomb the CIA-funded nuke bases and try to get rid of the CIA-installed government of Iran, North Star. Sparky, some say Iran will leave the Strait of Hormuz open to ships friendly to Iran or from BRICS countries such as Chinese while closing it to others, kind of like Yemen did on the Red Sea. Thank you for that, Sparky. There is no way this ceasefire is the end of this. Israel will not stop. Carla Marla. Let's see this one. This is different than anything you've seen. This is the Trump bombing these bases that Obama and Deep State funded, the North Star. Ladies and gentlemen, I tried to get to everybody that we saw today. Much appreciated for your support. We'll be back on Wednesday. And now, when we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. Paulo Coelho. See you Wednesday.